Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pull utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today with easy access just off I-80 and North 6th Street.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
If you have concerns about your drinking water, just call Bryant. If your water doesn't look right, smell right, or taste right, Bryant can help. If your water has high levels of iron, Bryant can help. If you're tired of foggy dishes and dingy clothes, Bryant can help. Whatever your home water needs are, Bryant is here with a solution to fit your needs. Be sure about your water. Just call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Keep summer green with Judson Baleen and Judson Irrigation. More than 40 years ago, Judson Irrigation started taking in orphans. Lawn sprinkler systems installed by a quickie, cheapy summer job, install them and forget them outfit long forgotten. Call Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
This is the Happy Hour.
You guys want a happy hour?
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America.
Yeah, maybe I'll come for a couple.
Here are your hosts, Nick Sainert.
I want to know what it's like to commit a crime, having to spend in jail.
And Enrique Perez Clary.
C is for chunk.
Brought to you by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The date is August 17th, and the Cubs are 4 games ahead or above 500. The date is August 17th, and the Yankees are 1 game below 500. Happy Thursday, everybody. It's the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick and Rico hanging out with you. What's up, Rico?
I think I'll just leave now.
Oh, no! I made him not do the hello.
I think I'll just leave now. You just had to open with that, didn't you? You just had to open with that. Well, just had to open with, hey.
You had no clue either.
Hey.
You had no clue it was coming.
Your team sucks, dude.
And Aaron Boone continues to say, oh, yeah, everything we want is right in front of us.
I have never opened with a, haha, the Cubs suck.
Because they don't.
I'll
Because they're
close.
four.
I'll
Because they're
close
four
with it.
games. They're 4 games above 500.
Ridiculous.
They're in the wild card if the season were to end today.
This team is
That's why you can't say they suck.
cheeks, dude.
Christopher Morel, shout out to Morel. It's a 3-run
That was kinda
walk-off home run.
That was kind of
There's a lot of cool drone footage coming out from Wrigley Field where
big
he
fan
hits
of
that
drone
home.
footage.
It's big nowadays.
Big fan of drones.
Drone footage is big. Welcome once again. Happy Thursday. It's the happy hour 93.7 The Ticket. Theticketfm.com. Nick and Rico hanging out with you guys. You guys can join the conversation 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline and the Starter Heyman text line. You can join us on the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo channel 951. More than likely, if you are listening to us, you're probably listening either on the app or on the video stream. But let's say you're listening on the app, make sure you know about the video stream and vice versa. If you're listening on the video stream, you can listen on the app.
Tell all your friends. Tell them to listen on the app or the video stream.
Yeah.
Especially during days like today and tomorrow, because the Royals will also be on at 12:30 tomorrow. So they will take over the brick and mortar, and we will only be on the streams. So tell all your friends who listen and all your friends who don't listen that they should tune in.
So the Royals, they just started 0-0, obviously, still in the top of the first inning. But
surprised they're not already down.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, did you see there was a game the other day? Oh gosh, what was it? So it was the Royals and Mariners, actually, for that matter. Royals and Mariners, I believe it was on Tuesday night.
Wow.
Tuesday night. And what happened, the Royals were up 4-0.
Yeah.
And they ended up losing. No, this was the walk-off bunt game. I scratched that. They ended up giving up 5 runs in the last 2 innings. Fell behind 4. They won on a
very Royals of them.
Very, but anyway, unnamed texter says, don't usually tune in live, but wondering when we're going to get the 93.7 The Ticket Husker hype audio. Are we going to have to make an open for Husker for the start of the season?
Yeah.
All right, cool. There it is.
We're going to have to go back through a lot of rule talk.
A lot of rule talk. Maybe we can put some previous staff's talk together to where it's like in a gloomy voice.
I mean, that's usually what happens. You go gloomy and then you get excited and you go, then you have to do
Serious.
the Trev Albert, introducing the 30 something coach of Nebraska football, Matt Rule, and then the cheering, and then him, saying how much he loves it here and how he's excited to get started, and then talking about Jeff Sims is here.
We're
and
going
this
to earn
person is
everything.
here. Yep,
We're
all
going
that
to earn
stuff.
everything.
And then something with the spring game, something with fall practices. Yeah. We know like the how we're supposed to do it.
Yes.
It's just actually going back.
There's the
and
framework there.
putting it all together.
Yeah. Just a little bit of programming note here today. We'll be joined by Brian Locke, the head coach of Lincoln Northwest football, here in about 10-15 minutes or so. A really fascinating conversation with them as well. Coming up at 1:30, I should say. Rico, for this first segment, I want to do this.
No.
Because when you look up and down quarterbacks in the Big Ten, over the last, I don't know, even a couple years rather, there hasn't been exceptional quarterback play.
Like overall in the Big Ten?
Overall. Yes, there's been the guys, the CJ Strouds. There's been
the one-offs.
JJ McCarthy at times.
You've had the one-offs with the Tanner Morgan that one season, the
Yeah.
Michael Penix Jr. that one season.
Then he transfers out.
Yeah.
It goes to show that you don't need your quarterback to be a Heisman contender to win the Big Ten.
I don't know about that one.
You don't think so?
No, I
think about all the teams.
Who are the teams that have won the Big Ten?
The Wisconsins.
I haven't won the Big Ten.
Or I should say Big Ten West.
Okay,
rather.
there you go.
And even for the Big Ten, I mean, you're telling me, Trace McSorley. Trace McSorley was nice.
Trace McSorley did have a really good year.
I like Trace.
One-offs.
He also had Chris Godwin.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. One-offs.
Saquon.
Ohio State,
That Penn
year after
State
year.
team
That was
really
good. That
good.
Penn State team should have been better.
Penn State. Well, they won the Rose Bowl.
Michigan, even though he's not a Heisman contender, he's a seriously good quarterback in JJ McCarthy. He's surrounded by amazing talent, but even then, still a really good quarterback. I think you need a better quarterback to win the Big Ten than just to win the Big Ten West, as has been, demonstrated by no Big Ten West team winning the Big Ten in, I don't know the last time that it happened.
It probably would have been
Wisconsin.
Or
who was even there?
Because Iowa wouldn't have won it,
and it wasn't.
They lost to Ohio State, I believe.
And it was after Russell.
Game. Yeah, Russell. Well, I mean, here's people forget Kurt Phillips, those years of Wisconsin.
Yep,
Kurt Phillips, Joel Stavey, even Graham Mertz at times.
They've had some bad quarterbacks,
really bad quarterbacks, but they make up for it in just disciplined play.
They make up for it with an offensive line that on average is heavier than the Green Bay Packers, and a running back who will average about 98 yards per game, and a defense that won't allow you to score over 18 points. That's how they make up for having quarterbacks that are extremely mediocre.
So I want to look up where Wisconsin has finished, and it's different, obviously, under Luke Fickell and Phil Longo, but in just total, or I should say, should see if there's a
which is one of those things where if you take a Wisconsin team like they've had in the previous years, outside of last year because it was an anomaly for them, they weren't very good, but the previous years that Wisconsin has had, if you give them a quarterback like a JJ McCarthy, if you give them, heck, if you would have given Adrian Martinez to Wisconsin, good Adrian Martinez, freshman year Adrian Martinez to Wisconsin, that's a serious contender in the Big Ten. Like they're actually like overall, like not just the Big Ten West, like that's an actually really good team.
And that's where I wonder with Tanner Mordecai, a guy that's thrown for thousands of yards and has thrown for 73 or 75 touchdowns in his career. Like that's where I wonder with a guy like Tanner Mordecai, and if they can, provide some sort of little more dynamic of an offense with Phil Longo. I wonder what it looks like in Madison, maybe not this year, but next year even. You have this year specifically because you have Braylon Allen and Tanner Mordecai.
Yeah.
But and you're going to have that traditional Wisconsin offense. I just don't know if there's going to be growing pains, and that'll be something that we have to talk to a beat writer about ahead of the Wisconsin game. But I just wonder how fluid changes for like Wisconsin are going to be, or even like Purdue. Hudson Card was a backup at Texas, and I'm a big fan of Ryan.
Starter.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Ryan Walters, their new head coach, but it's also a place like Purdue. And I'm not saying Purdue is going to compete in the Big Ten West. I actually would believe that they finish dead last, tied with Northwestern. I am curious to see the Tanner Mordecai and Braylon Allen's, partnership in Wisconsin, because it has a chance to really be dynamic, where you have a guy that can really sling the rock. And then we all know as Husker fans what Braylon Allen is capable of.
That Wisconsin team has the potential to be a nationally ranked top 15 team if the offense comes together the way that it looks like it could. Not going to say should, it looks like it could with Phil Longo up there. So,
yeah,
like you said, Tanner Mordecai, who's thrown for thousands of yards, and Braylon Allen being a linebacker-sized running back. You put those two together with what Wisconsin usually does. If you give the rock to Braylon Allen as many times as you usually do, but then you have the option to air it out with a quarterback that can actually get the ball to your receivers in wide open spaces or throw your receivers open, that offense has the potential to be dynamic and explosive. And, kind of talking about getting quarterbacks up there that might have helped. Can you imagine Casey Thompson behind that Wisconsin offensive line with Braylon Allen? Like in the instances that we saw where the offensive line last year blocked well and Casey had time, can you imagine him with that Wisconsin offense?
Well, and just, you could say that about a plethora of Nebraska quarterbacks.
That is true.
Right? Imagine a healthy and at the desired weight of Adrian Martinez behind an offensive line.
Taylor Martinez option with Braylon Allen.
That'd be fun. But like Taylor Martinez had some good backs with him too.
He did.
Had Amir and had Rex at some points, and
they showed
I
out.
think of some other ones. I believe he had was there for Roy at times. Was it?
He might have hit the tail end of Roy.
At the tail end. Not a lot of people talk about Roy Halou anymore.
They had all three of those guys in the same well, not same backfield, but technically yes, but in the same running back room.
Yeah,
it was young Dreads return man Amir.
Yeah, had a kickoff return against Fresno State.
Had Rex Burkhead and Roy Halou Jr. in front of him.
Amir Abdullah had a kickoff return against Fresno State his freshman year in the first game that Nebraska ever played on BTN. That's a stat for you. There's if you want something.
Was that all Reds?
It would have been red and white. Okay. They would never play the all Reds unless they were at Fresno State, and he had a really good game at Fresno State in the all whites.
All whites. I remember it was all one color.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one it was.
They would wear the all whites quite often when they went to like Fresno or went to Wyoming.
Mm-hmm. It's a clean
never forget when they went to Wyoming. They need to bring the all whites back.
They do.
It's just a
clean. They bring the all Reds back.
Yeah, that would work as well. So, all right, let's go ahead and get to break. When we come back, we're going to be joined by Lincoln Northwest Falcons head football coach Brian Lauk as he lets us know what we need to know about his Falcons as they are getting ready to play their first, what they hope to be full season. They had to forfeit 6 games last year after playing 3 at the varsity level, that is, because of injuries, lack of depth, just not enough numbers. Completely different story this year. Completely different story. They're going to be able to field a varsity, a JV, a freshman, or a reserve, and a freshman football team. Nice. They have a senior class for the first time in their school. It's going to be a totally different look. And not to mention facilities are upgraded quite a bit for the Falcons from last year to this year. So let's go ahead and take a break. We'll be joined by Coach Brian Lauk, rather, of Lincoln Northwest coming up next, as we will have Lincoln Northwest and Pius on our airwaves tomorrow night at 7 p.m. We'll be right back. You'll listen to the Happy Hour on 93.7 The Ticket.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A, B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job. Gaina television and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff. They'll take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Bob just wanted to say thank you for a record-setting July here at Koppel. The summer sales event continues in August, and the incentives are crazy good. Check this out. We got 0.9% financing along with a $2,500 trade-in rebate on select new models. You heard right. 0.9% financing has been extended along with a trade-in rebate. Also, our GM-certified used inventory is filling up fast, so make that money-saving drive to Koppel. It's just south of the interstate, or shop online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with roof credit.
The Lincoln Chamber of Commerce, Nebraska National Guard, 55th Wing, and the Lincoln Airport Authority presents the Guardians of Freedom Air Show, featuring the U.S. Navy Blue Angels, the F-16 Viper demo team, F-35, and the Air Force Wings of Blue. Experience a spectacle that your family will remember forever. The Guardians of Freedom Air Show, Saturday, August 26th and Sunday, August 27th at Lincoln Air Park. Parking and admission are free. Learn more at LincolnAirShow.com.
Arnold's Tavern in Havelock is the place to be this summer and the best place in town for shuffleboard. Come on Wednesdays and learn from some of the best players in town for the Shuffleboard Corner. Come on Sundays for Open House League all day starting at 11 a.m. and enjoy $3 tall boys and $3 wells. Shake off the start to the work week with karaoke on Monday nights. And don't forget, happy hour is every day from 3 to 6 p.m., and you are always welcome to bring in your own food. Arnold's Tavern, in the heart of Havelock.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Warning, this ad will use the F word often, so listen at your own risk. Family fun, fun with friends, freedom from fuel, free Yeti cooler, free driveway delivery. Hey, this is Carl from Nebraska Golf Carts and Price Right Auto, and we have the all-electric Bentelli Fun Carts, and they are a blast. Plenty of fun colors, and these street-legal carts come with both 4 and 6 passenger. Tell us you heard us on the ticket and get a free Yeti cooler with your purchase. Hurry, supply is limited. Check them out at 1235 West O in Lincoln or NebraskaGolfCarts.com.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
It's less than one. The Guardians of Freedom Air Show comes to Lincoln's Air Park on August 26th and 27th. The show can't happen without the efforts of volunteers, and they need your help. This is a great opportunity to raise money for civic clubs, student organizations, club sports, and others who want to be close to the high-flying action. For more details on how to volunteer at the Guardians of Freedom Air Show, visit LincolnAirShow.com.
Repeat after me. I will not touch the fuse box.
I will probably not touch the fuse box.
Sip, do you remember what happened last time?
I remember.
What happened?
Half of the city block lost power. My chicken condo went haywire.
That's right. The chickens ran wild. So what do we do instead?
Call Joe at Ambition Electric and let him handle everything. Look, saved on speed dial.
Ambition Electric, 402-217-3415. Or online at ambitionelectric.com.
H&H Roofing, established in 2015, is proud to serve the local area, which includes the tri-state area in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. H&H Roofing has a professional team that are licensed and bonded, GAF Master Certified Installers, and an insurance-preferred contractor that will work directly with your insurance company. Also a leading roofer, siding, and gutter specialist. H&H Roofing will service all residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Go to HNHRoofs.com for more information or call 402-359-2546.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert.
Look at him and tell me there's a God.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
He made me in his own image.
Sponsored by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back in to the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert and Rico joining you guys as usual. You guys know how to get in touch with the show, 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, and the Starter Heyman text line are both open for you guys the entire show today, as well as on the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Before we get to our guests really quickly, just want to preview. We got high school football coming your way on 93.7 The Ticket tomorrow night. Lincoln Northwest High School, the Falcons going up against the Pius X Thunderbolts. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. Jay Foreman, the Husker Hall of Famer, and I will have a pregame show starting around 6:40 p.m. tomorrow from UBT Stadium out near Air Park. And I believe that's a pretty good way to bring in our guest, the head football coach out at Lincoln Northwest High School. Brian Lauk joins us on the Allo VIP line. VIP line brought to you by Allo Fiber, where we understand the importance of exceptional service with a local heart. And with that, Coach, we're about a little over 24 hours away from kicking things off tomorrow night. How are we feeling?
Well, thanks, first of all, for having me. I appreciate being on the show. We're super excited to kick off season 2 here for the Falcons. Obviously, last year didn't work out as we had planned, but with more numbers, being on our campus for now a year and a half, we're super pumped. We're excited for the big challenge at hand, kicking off week 0. Not many games played this weekend, so we're pretty fired up over here.
Now, Coach, I guess we're going to kind of really dive deep into this because I think obviously you guys have a really fascinating story, and there's been a lot of adversity that you guys as a program and you as a head coach have had to kind of go through and fight through the last year and a half or so. Just talk about the journey, right? And just how wild these last 2 years have been for you and for the program. Obviously, you have to cancel the rest of your season at the varsity level, that is, after just 3 games last year. Just kind of walk our listeners through what these last 2 years and change have been like for you.
Yeah, so when I accepted the position, obviously, my vision for what the program would be and what actually happened didn't quite work out as planned. And obviously, with coaching, with teaching, with anything involving kids, you need to adapt, adjust, whatnot. So as we were planning for our first inaugural season, we're getting some interest. We're getting ideas of how many numbers we have for kids. We're looking at, hey, what classes are we going to have? And then layers started getting peeled back with like, hey, if we don't have enough seniors in school, we're going to have to get rid of the senior class. And, obviously scheduling happens with NSAA, and they need to know, hey, are you going to be able to do varsity athletics? Football's out of the gate in the fall. So initially we were like, yeah, we should be fine to do the varsity class and the varsity schedule. And when we peeled those seniors back, we really had to take a hard look and find out exactly what were our numbers and so forth. And from there, then obviously the school wasn't quite done yet. So we're working off site all that last summer. We were over at Speedway Complex. They were nice enough to rent it out for us to lift and get some training off site. And then obviously when we got over to our school, they were still continuing to work on it. We were on our grass fields all the way up until kickoff against Ralston last year, where they were still kind of finishing touches on the turf stadium. But UBT's awesome. Getting on that stadium was so exhilarating. It was like all the hard work that we had put in off site, all the adjustments of, hey, you can't do this, but you can do this. Hey, you need to adjust this. Really kind of put everything into fruition for us about here's the, aspect that our kids have been through. I talked about resilience in one of my other interviews, that we've had to teach our kids that, hey, you get knocked down, you get back up. Hey, this doesn't work out. What's the new path? And so we've really tried to create that mindset of, what's next? No excuses. There is no excuses. Let's find answers. Let's find solutions. And so we've continued to do that. And then when we got to game 1, 2, 3, when we got to game 3 against Plattsmouth, we were having to sub in 9th graders, and we had to really assess and look at, what is the value of the program? What's the value of the kids, the parents, the community, and what's the best choice for us? And I know that seems probably like a selfish approach, but that's where the program is developed, is in those families and the kids and in the best interest for them. And so we had to peel back, cancel the rest of our varsity season, get to the JV schedule, and really start developing confidence, solidify our ground roots of what we're trying to do to build the program. And I think it really helped us. I know that there were some negative attitudes towards it based on our numbers. I know that we say 70 numbers were out, but we were down to about 55 towards that. And we had about 35, 36 of those being freshmen. So if you want to consider playing varsity sports with a lot of freshmen, you probably need to rethink what you're doing with that program. So that's kind of in a nutshell how everything kind of transpired, what we had to do and think. And then this off season, man, we were in the weight room a lot. We didn't take any breaks. I know there was still like end of the season stuff going on and whatnot, but we were really just weight room, because that's where we're going to get better.
During the times where you guys couldn't play varsity sports, you could still be with those other guys, right? Though you could still be lifting, right? And things like that. Like coaches can still be involved despite canceling the rest of the games, or am I incorrect on that?
Are you talking about during the football season or like
during the football season? Like last year when you just didn't have the numbers and you were only playing JV, were you still able to work with all the guys that maybe weren't playing games?
Yes. I mean, we were still trying to check their interest and get those guys a part of our program, continue to sell what we're trying to do as a football team here at Northwest. But there was just so much adversity that we were dealing with that when we were in the JV season, it was really hard for other kids to understand, what's the value of this? What's the purpose?
Yeah.
What's our long-term mission that we're trying to do here?
Now, Coach, I know obviously it's a bad thing that the varsity season was canceled, but kind of putting a somewhat positive spin on it, how helpful was it in preparing for this varsity season? Was it to focus on some of the younger guys within your program and get that JV season and kind of teach them more of the ins and outs of everything to prepare them for this, your second season?
Well, I think first off, we developed a better mindset. We started realizing what we could do, not what we couldn't do. Because when we were up against some of those other competitions, it was like we could call a perfect play, but we were just outmanned. We had smaller dudes, we had younger people, we had guys going up against kids that were 18, 19, ready, take their heads off. So I think it was a mindset of, oh, we can do this, we can handle this, we can do what the coaches are asking us to do. Those schemes are going to work. We kind of matched up a little bit better with some other teams. So I think it started with internally with confidence and trust and building that mindset that, yes, we can. And then I think also physically, being able to take another 6-7 months to develop, to get that camaraderie, that connection, because when we were off site that first summer, we didn't have very good attendance when it came to weight training. We didn't have very good attendance when it came to doing our skill work that we were allowed to do. And then when we got into fall, it was like we were just behind, it seemed like, with the amount of training time that we needed to have. So we really, we picked up some kids. We've had some kids transfer in. We have a big freshman class that came in this year. And so we're just excited about all the time that we've had. We've got to get to know the kids. I got to find out about them. What are they like? And then they got to find out what I'm like, because it was just so new for everybody. It was kind of just go, 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 go. And then we'll figure it out as we go type of thing.
We're talking to Lincoln Northwest head football coach Brian Lauk here on the Allo VIP line. They open up their season in a week 0 game against Pius tomorrow night. You can hear that one right here on the ticket. And Coach, I don't want to keep looking back, because I definitely want to talk about the season that's ahead, and especially tomorrow night's game. So one last one about just the past. It takes a lot to build up a program, and it takes a special type of coach and coaching staff. Why'd you decide to take this job? Because this is a very difficult task, starting a program from scratch.
Yeah, I know that my dreams and aspirations were to be a head football coach. I grew up in Pierce, Nebraska. My head coach was Mark Bramer. He had built that program up for 30, 35 years. He obviously just stepped down this past season, but he was such an inspiration to me and led me to keep working towards my dreams of being a head football coach. Now, if I'm going to be honest, like saying, hey, it's going to be tough before I started doing all the work, that was a complete understatement. The amount of work, the effort, the time, the commitment that not only myself, but other coaches and the kids have put in has just been tremendous. Like, I keep trying to trim my facial hair because of all the white hairs that I gained from all the work that we've done. But it's been so beneficial. It's allowed me to be a better coach, a better man, a better person for the kids, just simply because of all the things that we had to build. And so I'm excited to see how this goes and look back with some confidence that, hey, we did the right thing. We're doing the right thing. We're going to continue to do what's best for us.
Well, and I think that's something you said something in there that kind of piqued my interest, to where it was, obviously taught you to be a better football coach, and for the players, taught them to be better football players, but also like high school is obviously a real important time. And I think something that sometimes gets lost in whether it's youth or high school sports is that it is to teach them how to be better people. And so that's something that really piqued my interest. And I think it can be something that players gravitate towards.
I think it's a life skill. Football is a game of life. I know that's very cliche, but when you get knocked down, what do you need to do? You need to get back up. You got a couple choices. You can stay down, or you can get up and fight and compete and learn a little bit about yourself. And we learned a little bit about ourselves over last year. We're going to learn about ourselves tomorrow, regardless of the score, the outcome, whatever it is. We need to pick ourselves back up. We're going to be a team. We're going to be together. We're going to care for each other. We're going to work hard, and that's what you need to do in life. And if you don't, then obviously you're going to see those benefits of if you don't, and if you do, you're going to reap those benefits as you continue through life.
We're talking to Lincoln Northwest head football coach Brian Lauk. He's with us on the Allo VIP line. Now let's talk about this upcoming season. I mean, is it wrong of me to ask like what the expectation is, because it's such a unique situation for you guys after last season? What is the expectation? What is the goal for you guys?
My number one goal, I know it seems kind of weird, but I wanted to make sure that we got through our varsity season.
Yeah.
That was the heartbreaker for the kids, telling them in the weight room last year that, hey, we can't continue our varsity season. Kids came over here to be juniors last year that were technically our leaders because we didn't have seniors. And we told them that, hey, we're going to have varsity football. And so to break that to them, the number one goal has got to be to finish that varsity season. The second thing, I want our kids to compete. I don't want them to focus on the scoreboard so much. We obviously want to compete to win, but we need to compete just for ourselves. We need to be able to, win small battles. We need to see progression in terms of, did we win this series? Didn't we? What do we need to do better this next series? If we didn't win the series, we need to figure out, what we need to change, tweak, or if we just need to focus on getting better. And then lastly, I would say, the development of the kids. We need to make sure that they're developing to the point that we can compete in Class B. We can compete against the other teams on our schedule. And then obviously we want kids to enjoy playing football. We want them to come out with excitement, with energy, with passion for the game, to be around the coaches, to be around the other players. And that usually leads you to success on the field, away from all the schemes.
All right, Coach. So you talk about some of those guys that came as juniors last year and they were your leaders. Now those guys are seniors. Talk about some of those guys. Who are some people that if our listeners are listening to the game tomorrow night here on the ticket, they're going to hear their name quite a bit?
Well, I'm going to start with a Jack Duvall. He's a lineman, so you're not going to hear a whole lot in terms of maybe unless he's maintaining blocks. He's just an energy guy. He's a weight room junkie. He is a heart and soul of Northwest football right now. He's been here through and through. He was probably the one that was hurt the most about the varsity program being cut last year. He's a smart kid, loves football. He's going to play at the next level at some point, whether it's NAIA, maybe Division III, whatever he wants, because the sky's the limit. He's a hardworking kid. You're going to see him at offensive tackle and D-line. He never quits. He's the type of kid that would refuse. We'd have to drag him off the field last year just to give him a break because he's working his tail off. Another kid that I would consider looking at would be a Tyler Aldridge. He's a wide receiver for us, number 14. He's a kid that is elusive. He doesn't show you on the stat line, if you look at his height and weight, to be a flashy guy like, hey, we need to pay attention to him. But he really stretches the field for us. He has a knack for finding the football. And he's just a smart kid and is a leader for us as well. And then, we're still in a quarterback battle between J.J. Kopp and Dylan Kotick. They're competing. We had Dylan rolling with us last year as a junior. He's a senior now. J.J. Kopp's a junior. Both talented quarterbacks are going to have the ball in their hands and a chance to make good decisions for us on offense. They obviously play some defense too, but those are probably the top 3 guys and 4 guys I would consider that you're going to be looking at and finding and saying about us for the Falcons.
Coach, it's going to be hot on that turf tomorrow. I mean, talk about just and it has been obviously all summer and what going into the fall now. It's steamy and it's hot on the turf. Talk about the preparation in that regard, right? Where guys need to get hydrated and need to be ready for these late August, early September games where it's going to have a feel of 95, 110 degrees on the turf.
Yeah, so we actually had our summer camps the last week in July, and if you don't remember that, it was a balmy 102 heat index, and we used the wet globe bulb temperature measure to make sure that we are doing the right things with our athletic training staff and so forth. So we went through our summer camp in the heat. We then obviously started our fall camp July 31, and we've been doing, been rolling ever since we have a week 0 game. But we've tried to tell the kids every night, every day, rest, hydrate, nutrition. They got to focus and make good football decisions. They got to make sure that they're ready for the game. And then in terms of our physical preparation, we have really been rep after rep after rep. We get a rep, we set the ball down, next play within 30, 35 seconds, and we're going again. And our guys, since they play 2 ways, they've really been taught to be durable, be resistant, be confident, and then fly around and do the best they can. Now, as we know, week 0, week 1 games, you're going to be battling the heat. You're going to be battling probably some body adjustments to game speed for an hour and a half, 2 hours. But the goal is to continue to look at subs, to have some top guys that we need, take some breaks here and there. But obviously, we've tried to develop that resilience and that durability through our training techniques.
Coach, it's a pleasure, man. We're super excited to not only have you guys on our station tomorrow night for the week 0 game, but just to see you guys progress over the next couple years and however long that you are definitely the head coach over at Lincoln Northwest High School. Appreciate you coming on the show today, and I'll see you tomorrow night at some point, I'm sure.
Hey, absolutely. Yeah, if you can sneak down the field and say hi to us, we'd love to see you. There's going to be a lot of energy. There's a birthday party for the old UBT stadium that we've
That's right.
picked up last year, so a lot of energy. There's going to be a lot of purple on our sidelines, and we're super excited that you guys are covering our game.
Well, Coach, appreciate the time as always. We'll definitely talk to you down the road, and I'll see you tomorrow night.
Absolutely. Sounds good. Go Falcons.
There he is, Brian Lauk, the head coach of Lincoln Northwest football. They're gonna start season number 2, and by all accounts, they expect to finish the entire season this year. Which, as he said, I thought it was really interesting.
He almost got me with you get knocked down. What are you going to do? I was sitting here. I was like, get back up. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
I'm not a player. I'm not one of his players.
Nah,
that's one thing is just it takes a special type of coach to want to take on the task of starting up a program and wanting to stick with it and trying to do it the right way. And so, by all accounts, and throughout a few conversations here, Coach Lauk has that team on the right track, and I'm excited. And I think what's real important for Lincoln Northwest and for fans of the Falcons, if you find yourself in that position, is that, as he's mentioned multiple times, it's not necessarily the scoreboard. And that's where I like it's thing kind of resonates with you, because you're like, you realize that this thing is a much bigger process and project than just the small scope of 1 or 2 years.
And as a competitor,
it's going to take a long time.
And he obviously is. I mean, he's a head coach of a football team. As a competitor, you want to win, but you have to sit there and have this realization. You're in year 2. You're going to be playing game 4 of your varsity schedule ever for this new high school. So you have to realize and kind of sit there and take a step back and think, okay, we obviously want to win every game, but first things first, we got to set a foundation.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm excited to see Lincoln Northwest in action tomorrow. Good stuff from Coach Brian Lauk of Lincoln Northwest High School as he gets ready for year number 2 at the helm for the Falcons, who are also in year number 2 as well. Let's take our final timeout. We take a break and bring in Strick and Austin for the crossover as we get you ready for On the Block right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all for Fireworks Days, near Saturdays, Sunday family fun days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket?
The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
Problem gambling can destroy an individual's finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you or a loved one are struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Nutrition Authority invites you to save 35 to 75% off at our back-to-school blowout. We're taking our better-than-internet prices and cutting them even deeper, bringing you the biggest sale of the season. Monday, August 14th through 19th, the back-to-school blowout is on at Nutrition Authority. For location information, check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started. Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
It's not often a man wakes up and says, I feel the best I have in years. We hear this all the time at Limitless Mail, and it can happen to you when you go to Limitless Mail and get a blood test to see what your body is missing. That's how simple it is. Schedule a free consult with Limitless Mail. Discuss your symptoms. Do the blood test. If your lab results say you're low in testosterone, we can fix that. Age is just a number. You can feel your best again. Just ask Limitless Mail.
The Butchery by Venue is Lincoln's premier specialty grocers. Take the quality of Venue home with you with our hand-cut steaks, handcrafted burgers, and locally sourced offerings. Browse our wide selection of specialty products designed to enhance your dining experiences with cheeses, spices, sauces, and more. We also have an exclusive collection of liquors, whiskeys, and bourbons at prices you're sure to love. Stop in to the Butchery by Venue today, located in our Venue at Home storefront at 70th and Pioneers, just 2 doors down from Venue Restaurant and Lounge.
America's been around since 1776. That's nothing. America's still just learning how to party. The Irish? The Irish have been doing it for thousands of years. Party the Irish way at McKinney's Irish Pub in the Haymarket. They've got your favorite Irish beers on tap, along with all the locals and domestics. Plus great house cocktails, a huge selection of Irish whiskey, and the best Irish pub food in town. See the full menu and list of specials online at mckinneyspub.com. Or just head down there. It's Irish Pub at 7th and P in the Haymarket.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to serve with severe service bumper with your vehicle like it's your mother. Other than that, so call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
The sweet relief of air conditioning after a hot day in the summer sun. For only $2.88 a day, LES helps power life's special moments and your comfort. Learn more at les.com/value.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert
Him and tell me there's a God.
and Enrique Alvarez Clary. Sponsored by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Thanks again to Lincoln Northwest head football coach Brian Lauk for joining us on the show just a few minutes ago. Good stuff as we get you guys ready for Lincoln Northwest and Pius tomorrow night, 7 p.m. kickoff, and you can listen to it right here on The Ticket with myself and Jay Foreman from UBT Stadium.
I'm not Foreman.
You're not Jay Foreman. But now we bring in Austin and Strick.
Hello.
Hello, gentlemen.
What's up, man?
How we doing?
How we doing?
I'm good. I was out of pocket yesterday, but I have a question. Like, did you get a chance to watch the baseball game, the Legion World Series?
I did a little bit.
Like, what did you? I mean, do you think it just finally came up against them because of the fact that they left so many batters stranded?
Well,
like the most. In
there's
the
that
6 hits, no runs.
Yeah, they were also. I mean, you're facing some pretty legit talent at that point when you get to, especially from Texas, right? You're facing some really good arms. Like a lot of it was offense. Like Carter Mick pitched really well for Lincoln East. He's also heck of a basketball player. Carter Mick is for the Spartans. So I just think, just eventually it catches up to you after if you fail to. This is going to sound harsh. Like do your job. If you just fail to do your job, eventually it's going to catch up. I don't want to say they escaped in the semis. They got one hit and it was an RBI single. Now the opposing pitcher walked some guys, and same to them. It's not the hit that hurt that opposing pitcher from Cheyenne, Wyoming. It was the single, or I should say, it was the two walks that he allowed to get guys on base. That's what hurts you.
Yeah.
So same goes for the offense. If you can't move guys over and you can't generate some sort of offense, and you also just tip your cap to the other team because hey, they did their job. They just made the routine plays.
Yeah, I just wanted your baseball mind perspective.
Speaking of baseball, we're doing something exciting on your guys' show. Austin told me about it.
Yeah.
Austin, I'll let you go ahead and explain it.
Yeah, so I have to give credit to MLB's Twitter account. I saw this and thought we had to take part. It was just a simple build your all-time dream infield. So they assumed first base, second base, shortstop, third base. I'm going to throw catcher in there because they're on the infield. I think it's fun to add a different position. But the twist that we're going to do, so it's not straight rip-off, is Strick's category is guys that played the bulk of their career, primarily known for playing in the 90s and 2000s. Nick, you and I are doing guys from the 2010s and 2020s.
Yes.
I'm with it.
It's going to be fun.
I've got my crew.
You got your crew?
I'm ready.
I'm missing. I need to find a second base. I need to think of my second baseman.
Whose crew wins?
Huh?
Whose crew wins?
I'll let you be the judge of that.
You already got yours?
I've got my crew.
Because I think Austin invited me to join.
Yeah, he told me.
So, okay.
Do you guys have yours kind of sorted out?
I've got my crew.
I have options, and I'm going to talk through it a little bit on air before I make my
I have all but my second baseman. I have all but my second baseman. Need to figure out my
That's going to be
baseman.
fun, though.
Yeah, it is going to be fun. What else coming up on the show today, gentlemen?
Got some good stuff. So Marshawn Lynch failed dunking at slam ball. Kind of want Strick's thoughts on that, and just what do you non-athletes struggle with in basketball? What are the hardest and easiest skills to pick up?
How much
necessarily non-athletes, but non-basketball,
non-pro,
players.
non-pros.
Now, how much slam ball have you guys watched?
I love it.
It's fun.
You watch it?
I watch it.
Okay.
It's freaking
I
fun.
haven't watched much. I think I watched like 2 games live, but I've caught a lot of the replays.
Yeah, one of my guys is actually a referee for it.
No way.
Seth Sabalas had a company called HYB back in the day, and he was part of that HYB family. Speedy, shout out to Speedy.
Nice.
Dude, I love watching. Somebody tried to say watching slam ball back in the day, and now watching it now as an adult, you realize it's not as cool. And I was like, that's a lie. It's cooler now.
I think so. I
think
it's a good need.
I don't like you. I love basketball. I love watching basketball.
It's physical.
And then you're watching the physicality of like hockey, I guess. They're getting laid out. And then there's freaking trampolines. Like, who doesn't love a trampoline?
That's true.
Yeah.
It's like
the rims padded. There's a guy whose like main job is just to play defense.
Man.
And so he just sits there, waits for somebody to start going, goes on the tramp and tries to block him. Like, you get poster dunks, people falling on the mats and the trampolines. You got monster blocks, monster hits. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah,
Although,
I
is
mean,
the,
I-
is
if
the
you
mob
don't
still
understand the rule-
undefeated?
Yes,
I haven't
16 and
seen
0.
it. I haven't seen it. But it's a lot to it. I mean, there's passing, there's some dribbling, there's some hitting, there's some blocking.
Sometimes
but
they
then there's
shoot
the
threes.
setups. Yeah, there's sometimes you shoot threes, and then there's the setups when you set somebody up on the trampoline to get bodied. To catch a body, it's actually pretty cool.
The like fake jump where they like what is it? Not lock their knee, whatever they do to like stop their jump, and then they toss it up because the defender's up in the air. Somebody's coming from the other side. Oh,
yeah.
The alley oops are fantastic. The stealth alley oops. Oh,
I always worry that how they're landing. Like
Marshawn's knee.
Those are the parts
in that video.
Yeah, it looks
That's
scary.
great.
The championship is tonight. Or there's a game tonight.
Yes.
The Buzzsaw versus the Slashers in a playoff match on ESPN. 8 p.m.
Love it.
There's a game tonight. All right, sorry, I
Maybe
interrupted
we
you.
watch
What
us
else?
play ball.
What else do you got going
You're
on the show?
Tony Petitti and Greg Sankey seem to get along. I found that interesting. Kind of dive into why maybe Greg Sankey and Kevin Warren didn't get along, but also is cooperation between the Big Ten and the SEC good for everyone else, or is it potentially dangerous for everyone else? Dive into that. And also the Pac-12 left $30 million per school on the table.
Paperwork on the table. Who gets
the blame?
Who gets the blame?
Dang. All right. Well, sounds like you guys got good stuff coming up. I'm going to step out for a segment, then come back in at 2:30 for that little MLB infielder segment piece of it. That's going to be a lot of fun. Appreciate once again Brian Lauk, for the Lincoln Northwest head football coach, for stopping by and hanging out with us on the air as well. Really good stuff, and we'll continue to just plug it. But 7 p.m. tomorrow, kickoff for Lincoln Northwest and Pius right here on the ticket. Myself and Jay Foreman out from UBT Stadium. Don't go anywhere. On the Block with Strick and Austin. A lot of good stuff coming up next. Thanks for joining us. It's been the Happy Hour 93.7 The Ticket. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Adios.
Dana Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Dana Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Dana Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great culture at Dana Trucking. Learn more and apply today at DanaTrucking.com.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
You're counting on your team to win. So why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Bob just wanted to say thank you for a record-setting July here at Koppel. The summer sales event continues in August, and the incentives are crazy good. Check this out. We got 0.9% financing along with a $2,500 trade-in rebate on select new models. You heard right. 0.9% financing has been extended along with a trade-in rebate. Also, our GM-certified used inventory is filling up fast, so make that money-saving drive to Koppel. It's just south of the interstate, or shop online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
The Lincoln Chamber of Commerce, Nebraska National Guard, 55th Wing, and the Lincoln Airport Authority presents the Guardians of Freedom Air Show, featuring the U.S. Navy Blue Angels, the F-16 Viper demo team, F-35, and the Air Force Wings of Blue. Experience a spectacle that your family will remember forever. The Guardians of Freedom Air Show, Saturday, August 26th and Sunday, August 27th at Lincoln Air Park. Parking and admission are free. Learn more at LincolnAirShow.com.
Arnold's Tavern in Havelock is the place to be this summer and the best place in town for shuffleboard. Come on Wednesdays and learn from some of the best players in town for the Shuffleboard Corner. Come on Sundays for Open House League all day starting at 11 a.m. and enjoy $3 tall boys and $3 wells. Shake off the start to the work week with karaoke on Monday nights. And don't forget, happy hour is every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and you are always welcome to bring in your own food. Arnold's Tavern in the heart of Havelock.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieorth.com and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better, pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Warning, this ad will use the F word often, so listen at your own risk. Family fun, fun with friends, freedom from fuel, free Yeti cooler, free driveway delivery. Hey, this is Carl from Nebraska Golf Carts and Price Right Auto, and we have the all-electric Bentelli Fun Carts, and they are a blast. Plenty of fun colors, and these street-legal cars come in both 4 and 6 passenger. Tell us you heard us on the ticket and get a free Yeti cooler with your purchase. Hurry, supply is limited. Check them out at 1235 West O in Lincoln or NebraskaGolfCarts.com.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
It's less than 1 month until the Guardians of Freedom Air Show comes to Lincoln's Air Park on August 27th. The show can't happen without some volunteers, and they need your help. This is a great opportunity to raise money for civic clubs, student organizations, club sports, and other flying activities.